Hi everyone, I want to get you started on time. Thank you for joining us at this virtual college exploration. When we get to the end and you close this window, there will be a quick 4-question survey for you. If you'd like to sign up for more sessions, you still have the chance. Same link that you signed up for this one, there's a few more tonight and some tomorrow. And then all sessions are being recorded and will be available at college2careerfairsconnect.org. It may take a week or so before those get up. And I will hand you over.
Great, thank you so much. Hi everyone, my name is Michaela Spencer. I'm here from the University of Edinburgh. I'm going to give a quick 30-minute presentation to you all today. I'm based here in the US, so apologies if you were expecting a fun accent from the UK. I am American, but I work for the university here in our North America office, which is based in New York. So if you give me a moment, I'm going to share my screen so you can see the presentation that I've prepared for you. All right, I'm going to turn off my video as well, just so that you all can just focus on the presentation. All right, so just a quick introduction of everything that we're going to go over. First, I'll give you an overview of studying in Scotland and Edinburgh. Then I will discuss the university, the academic and degree structure, admissions information, finance details, go over accommodation, study support and well-being, as well as the student experience. And then we'll finish with a Q&A for about 15 minutes. So please do save all questions for the end if you can. So to begin, Scotland is a distinct culture and country of contrast. I hope some of you've had a chance to visit in the past. Scotland has a lot of big cities and is rich with culture, and there's lots to get involved in. There are also rural environments where you can explore lochs and mountains and go mountain biking, skiing, hill walking, etc., all within easy reach of the cities. You most likely already know this, but Scotland is one of 4 countries which make up the United Kingdom. Scotland's population is 5.4 million, and to put this into perspective, this is less than that of London, which is over 8 million people. So while Scotland's only 8.5% of the UK population, Scotland makes up over 30% of the land. Scotland also has its own parliament and education system, and that parliament is based in Edinburgh. But it's also worth noting, even though we have our own parliament and education system and we're part of the UK, that Scottish universities are a little bit different than those in England. And I'll go into detail that more throughout the presentation. Scotland is very easy to access from continental Europe and as well from the US. There's direct flights from New York to Edinburgh even, and from other US cities to London. The Scottish people are very hospitable and welcoming, so it's a great place to visit and definitely a great place to study. So the city of Edinburgh itself is one of the most vibrant cities in Europe and one of the most desirable places to live in the world. It's been voted a favorite city in the UK for an incredible 13 of the past 15 years in the Guardian and Observer Readers' Travel Awards. The city has a population of around 500,000 people. And of those 500,000, students make up over 1/10 of the population. It's a very safe city. It's very easy to walk around, but it also has an excellent transport network. It's very easy to catch the bus to get around town. It's also easy to catch the train to go to other places in Scotland or around the UK. The city itself is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Additionally, there are a lot of festivals in the city. So not this year, of course, but typically there are about 12 annual festivals, one of which is the largest arts festival in the world, the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, which typically takes place in August. So the university itself is an ancient university, which was founded in 1583. It is one of the largest universities in the UK. There's over 41,000 students at the university, with more than 25,000 of those being undergraduate. The university is the #1 destination in the UK for US and Canadian students. The university is part of many networks and global partnerships, including the Russell Group, Universitas 21, for example. There are over 18,000 international students from more than 156 countries. So if you come to Edinburgh to study, you will not be the only international student. You won't be the only American. So you'll have no problem making Scottish friends as well as a group of friends from around the world. So we are a world-leading research institution. We're first in Scotland and fourth in the UK based on the 2014 Research Excellence Framework. We're consistently ranked in the top 20 of world universities by QS World Rankings. We have an excellent reputation for teaching and research with over 80% of academic staff active in research. As you can see on the screen, there are 19 Nobel Prize winners who are alumni or who have been academic members of staff. Additionally, the university aims to be net zero carbon by 2040, and it's something we take very seriously. Now you see a map of the university in the city. Any of the buildings in purple are university buildings. The red buildings are city landmarks, and green are different park spaces around the city. So most courses take place here in the central area on the George Square campus. So if you're looking to take courses in a program in the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, most likely you'll be here in the George Square campus. If you're looking to take courses in science and engineering, you'll most likely be in the King's Building campus. It's about a 30-minute walk between these two campuses, but there is typically a shuttle available to get between the two. There's also Pollock Halls, and these are some of the accommodations that we offer for students. Many first-year international students typically will live in Pollock Halls. Additionally, not pictured on the map, but what we have arrows showing are where the School of Veterinary Medicine is, which is this way, and the School of Medicine, which would be this way. So the University of North America, we have over 22,000 alumni residing in North America, and we have some very active alumni clubs and groups in many major US and Canadian cities, including San Francisco and Southern California. They typically host events for current students and alumni, and some as well for prospective students. So typically, if you decide to come to the university, we typically have a send-off event in some cities around the US. And so if we're in one around your area, usually some members of our team will be there as well as members of the alumni club. So I am Michaela Spencer. It's me right there on the screen. I'm part of the North America regional team. As it says, we're based in New York and Edinburgh. So my colleague Hillary Simontina will, in the next few months, be relocating to California. So she'll be on the West Coast. So you have someone on the East Coast and someone on the West Coast to help you at all times. And then our colleagues, rest of our colleagues are based in Edinburgh. So if travel does resume, say, sometime next year, Allie and Rachel might be over here to help with events and might be able to meet with you in person, or myself and Hillary. So about the university itself, there are 3 colleges: the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, the College of Medicine and Veterinary Medicine, as well as the College of Science and Engineering. Most US students will end up in the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, but a good number do take courses in science and engineering as well. Within those 3 colleges, there are 21 schools, which are all research active. We offer over 500 undergraduate degrees, and should you be pursuing a postgraduate degree in your future, over 300 postgraduate taught programs. So, UK undergraduate degrees. Within the UK, the undergraduate degrees have a varying duration. In England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, degrees are typically 3 years long, whereas in Scotland, most degrees are 4 years long, with the exceptions in medicine, for example, where degrees are longer. There are 2 key benefits to the 4-year degree process: experience of new subjects and ability to tailor your degree. So the Scottish degrees offer quite a bit of flexibility of choice in subjects to study in the lower years. So during your first 2 years of study, you'll know, probably have an idea of what you want to specialize in. So you'll typically take a couple of courses within your specialization, and then you'll take a course, you have a free choice for a course. So if you're interested in, let's say, in international relations, and you were interested in a language as well, you could take your 2 international relations courses in the fall, and your 3rd course could be whichever language you're interested in taking. So the Scottish degree structure sits in between the USA liberal arts system and the English system, where you would take 3 years of courses. A little quirk with the Scottish degrees is that ancient universities confer a Master of Arts for undergraduate degrees in humanities and social sciences. So this means that if you are taking, say, history as your degree program or international relations, you might see on our website the MA in history. You are looking at the correct degree. You would be getting a Master's of Arts in history. However, it would still be an undergraduate degree. But if you're going to take science courses, those are typically BScs, so those still show as look as you'd be accustomed to seeing them listed. So University of Edinburgh degrees are not about repeating exactly what the lecturer or textbook tell you. Our degrees encourage you to think independently, using reasoning and developing research skills. So there is a strong emphasis on independent studies, self-motivation, and critical thinking. So the most important thing to do is choose a subject that you know you will enjoy and be motivated to study. In terms of contact hours, if you're taking a humanities course, you're typically in courses for about 12 to 15 hours per week. If you're taking a science program, the average is about 20 to 25 hours per week. But outside of this, you should be expecting to study around 40 hours per week. So again, lots of focus on independent study. Most assessment will take place by coursework and examination. Additionally, study abroad option is available in your 3rd year. So even though you'd already kind of be studying abroad for your full degree, you could do your entire 3rd year somewhere else. So a lot of US students will do their 3rd year abroad in the US, or they might go elsewhere to Australia, somewhere in Asia, South America, Africa. So there's plenty of opportunities for you to study abroad. Generally, Edinburgh has 2 semesters, the first which usually starts beginning of September and goes through to December, and then the 2nd semester, which is usually January through May. There are some programs such as vet medicine and education, which will start earlier in August. We encourage applications from well-qualified students. We accept a wide range of qualifications from around the world, and you can check the website to see what exams and qualifications are accepted from the US. Typically, along with your qualifications, you're gonna also submit a personal statement, which is a focused essay. It's a little bit different than your essay for US schools. So in that focused essay, you're really talking about why you're interested in that degree program, what you've done so far in your studies that have prepared you for that program, and kind of how choosing this program will help you to reach your academic and professional goals. You'll also need to submit a reference, just one single academic reference. So we really do recommend that you check the subject-specific qualifications. For example, if you're going to apply to the undergraduate business program, you would be required to submit a math exam score. Due to the current disruption in testing, our admissions office will look at alternative evidence if you have been or will be unable to take standardized tests. At the point you apply, please list any test scores you have been able to take and any you plan to take over the course of senior year. If you'll be unable to take these tests, please contact the relevant admissions office after you apply, quoting your UCAS application number to explain your situation. Our admissions offices may be able to consider your transcript or other evidence in lieu of standardized tests. If we are able to accept your transcript, we'd be looking for college and honors level classes with strong grades and relevant subjects to the program to which you're applying. All applications will be made through UCAS, the Universities and College Admissions Service. It is the only way you can submit an application to Edinburgh. We do not accept the Common App or any other systems to accept applications. For transfer students, applications are also made through the UCAS system. Please note the US and Scottish higher education systems are not structured in the same way, and there is no core curriculum in Scotland. This may mean that transfer applicants might have to start from the 1st year of the program. Advanced entry may be possible if a number of prerequisite courses have been completed within the US degree. All transfer applicants will be required to submit a college or university transcript as part of the application process. The admissions office may also take high school grades into account when making their decision. For further advice, we would recommend that you contact the relevant college admissions office before submitting an application. So note, it's typically possible to transfer into programs within the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. It's not normally possible to transfer into programs in the College of Medicine and Veterinary Medicine. So the applicant timeline. Applications are now open, so you can apply through UCAS right now. If you plan to apply for medicine, dentistry, and veterinary medicine, that deadline is coming up very soon. It's October 15th. If you're planning to apply for any other program, we highly recommend that you apply by January 15th, although the final deadline for international applicants is June 30th of 2021. We encourage you to apply early as applications are reviewed on a rolling basis. So typically it takes the admissions office about 4 to 6 weeks to review your applications after you submit it. There might be a little extra time this year, of course, with how working patterns have changed due to COVID, but it is rolling admission. So we do encourage you to apply as soon as you're ready to apply, but definitely by January 15th if you can. Come March 4th, the accommodation application should open. And then April 1st is the scholarship deadline. I'll discuss more information about scholarships soon. And then from mid-June onwards, you'll be able to apply for your student visa. So in terms of undergraduate tuition, fees for 2021, 2022 have not been released yet. So here we have the fees for 2020, 2021, the current school year. Overseas tuition fees do vary, but they are fixed for the duration of your studies, which allows for you to budget and means you'll know what to expect. So they are fixed in pounds, not in dollars. So it'll stay the same amount in pounds for all 4 years, but you might see some fluctuation in how much you pay in US dollars due to the exchange rate. There's a difference in fee depending on the type of program and whether it's class-based or lab-based in medicine and vet med. So if you're taking a non-lab class-based program, that's about 20,950 pounds, which comes out to about 27,600 US dollars with the current exchange rate. If you were to do a lab-based program, it's about 27,550 pounds or higher, which with the exchange rate is about 36,000 US dollars. So for comparison, we have out-of-state tuition in a liberal arts program at, say, Columbia would be about $60,000, or at some out-of-state schools for you all could be even $52,000 if you compare it to like University of Michigan. So just to give you an idea, kind of comparing it to a US university. It's also important to budget for everything else outside of your tuition fees. Edinburgh ranks very highly for quality of life and cost of living, and we recommend you budget an additional £1,000 per month for your living expenses. Of course, that can vary greatly depending on your lifestyle. Additionally, as an international student, you should also budget in the cost of the visa application, healthcare, and of course, international flights home. Typically, undergraduate students return home about twice per year, usually during the winter and summer breaks. All don't, but some do. So funding and scholarships. So the university offers a limited number of scholarships, and they are typically based on academic merit. So we'd highly recommend that you go to the scholarship tool, search tool on our website to search for opportunities. You can select the level of study you're interested in, your nationality, and area of study. Applications for scholarships are made separately from your main application and many have early deadlines. We strongly recommend looking into as many funding opportunities as you can. This includes not only scholarships, but also grants and loans. Please note, if you do plan to apply for one of the scholarships, you should have already been offered a place at the university and have firmly accepted your offer or intend to do so. We are approved to administer FAFSA loans. So if you plan to use that to finance your education, you can do so. You typically will receive a notification of your loan amount around May. We're also approved to process U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs benefits. So university accommodation. The university has a large number of accommodation sites, which are located throughout the entire city and come in a range of prices. Housing is guaranteed for your first year, so you don't have to worry about having to go and find your own flat or apartment within the city. Many first-year international students will live in the university accommodation. It's not required, but it is guaranteed if you'd like to use that option. There are separate sites for undergraduates and postgraduate students, so you don't have to worry about living with postgraduate students as an undergraduate. Undergraduate students have a choice between catered halls, which means there's a restaurant on site that provides breakfast and dinner every day, and self-catered, where you would cook for yourself. A perk of the UK system is all the rooms are single rooms, so you won't have to share your own bedroom with anyone else, but you would most likely have a shared ensuite bathroom, kitchen, and living area. There are mixed residences for the most part, but there are some single-sex ones. What makes the university's accommodation unique is the residence life team. The role of the res life team is to build an inclusive community that provides opportunities to meet with others in your accommodation and to form friendships. There are lots of friendly and experienced staff available to help you settle in. Your wardens, which are full-time staff members at the university that live in the accommodation, and they're on hand to assist with any concerns you may have. And there are over 200 resident assistants who are enthusiastic returning students whose priority is to welcome you and support you throughout the year. RAs host a variety of events in the accommodation and are here to listen and answer any questions you may have. Our wardens and RAs work hard to create an inclusive and positive environment for you to live in. They will, of course, rely on your cooperation and consideration to help all students can study, sleep, relax, and enjoy their time with us. And it's our hope that residents will work with us to actively contribute to the community. So if you have any questions about accommodation, or you want to review information, you can go to the accommodation website, which is linked here on the screen. Study support. Each student is given a personal tutor. This is an academic member of staff. It's usually an academic, and they're in the school of your study. So they'll help you with your course selection. They'll be able to offer some academic guidance, and they're part of a support team, the team that helps support you. There's also peer support with student-run help desk, buddy systems, information points. And you're always able to help learn from fellow students for study tips and settling in. There's places on campus to help you really gain effective study skills or enhance the study skills you already have. So there's advice and workshops and resources on study skills as you transition into university life. And really, the university is here to help you prepare for success. So there's a web learning tool for international students who are getting ready to study in the UK. So student well-being. We know coming to university is a transition for everyone, especially for those who are coming from overseas. So we know it's a new education system to get used to, different way of grades and assignments, and it's a lot to take on when you're just starting college and university. So we know it's exciting, but it can be overwhelming. So we want to make sure that you know that you have the resources there to help you transition. So there's advice and support from the university even before you arrive. My team is here to help, but you'll be sent pre-arrival information from your school and the university's induction team. This includes a dedicated team that will provide visa and immigration advice for you as an international student. There's also the Edinburgh University Students Association, which has an advice place, which is completely independent of the university. It can offer students advice on anything inside and outside of the university. Here on your screen, you'll see a comprehensive list, including the Here to Help guide that you'll receive a hard copy of when you begin your studies. So for the student experience, what's life like outside of the classroom or the laboratory? We have a welcome week in the week prior to your first week of studies. It's your first opportunity for the university to officially welcome you to the new environment and to the people who will help shape your experiences at university. There will be academic induction activities with your program, and then also a host of other general welcome events to help you get to know the city, fellow students. and help you introduce you to things such as a society or sports, which I'll talk about soon. You may be interested in exploring the university's art galleries, museums, student-run radio station and newspapers, or the UK's oldest student-run theater company. The university has 4 student union buildings: Teviot, Potterrow, Pleasance, and KP House. So as you can see, there's something for everyone. But if you feel there's not something for you, you can start a society. Since there's over 300 to choose from, more than likely you'll find something, but you just might have that one interest that no one has started a society for, and you'll be able to start one. So one society that I do want to highlight is the Edinburgh University North American Society. UNIS is a community for Canadian and American students, faculty, and alumni. It's a great resource if you want to meet fellow Americans and some Canadian students, just, someone who kind of knows a bit about home like you do. So the club usually hosts Thanksgiving celebration, Super Bowl party, some careers events. So I highly encourage you to check out their website. They have a great FAQ section to help you as you prepare to come to the university and for once you get there. And with that is the presentation. So thank you so much for joining me. We'll start the Q&A in the moment, but I do want to highlight our email address. If you have any questions that I'm not able to answer now, or any questions that you don't think of now that you want answered at a later time, you can always contact us by email at usa.inquiries@ed.ac.uk. It's myself and the team members who were on that earlier slide. We manage the box, so it's not a whole bunch of people. It's not going out. The email won't be going out into the abyss. It'll be one of us answering your email to help get you the answer to any of your questions. Our phone numbers are there as well, so you can reach us in Edinburgh, or you can reach New York, which I imagine is how you probably give us a call if you want to give us a call. So that number is 212-332-3463. So thank you for sticking through the presentation. And now we will head to the Q&A. So please do type your questions into the Q&A box. I'll stop sharing screen and I'll show my face as I answer your questions. All right. Let me pull the questions up. Okay. So, does the school give financial aid or is it just scholarships? If so, on average, how much is given in financial aid? So for financial aid, if you are going to submit a FAFSA, that will vary depending on your own personal situation. So if you do want to use student loans, we highly encourage you to submit your FAFSA. You'll usually find out your reply from the university in May to find out how much in student loans you're eligible for. There are scholarships, but again, they're very limited. So it wouldn't be an amount that you're used to from a US institution. So a lot of students will find outside scholarships to help if they want to use scholarships to help finance their education. I don't have the average amount on hand, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Okay, the next question. Can you restate the thing about the ACTs and SATs? Yes. So we know that a lot of you may have taken some SATs, ACTs, or APs, or you may not have taken any at all. You may be registered for some, but don't know if they're going to occur. So for now, our admissions office is being flexible as possible. So when you complete your UCAS application, we'll ask you to list any scores, any tests that you have completed, and any that you plan to take, so any that you've registered for. If you're not able to take those that you've registered for and you have not taken any at all, after you submit your UCAS application, please contact the admissions office for your program. So if you're applying to College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, you'll contact that admissions office. If you're applying to the College of Science Engineering, you'll contact that admissions office, and let them know that you're not able to take the exams. And then they'll ask to review your transcripts, and they will review that in lieu of your test scores if you're not able to take any. Okay, great. Are there any other questions? Wonderful. All right, well, we have a little while longer, so I'll still be here if you think of any questions in the next few moments.
It's a quiet group, but just a reminder that you are not able to unmute yourself for this, but you have the Q&A button at the bottom if you want to add any questions. You're hanging in there, Kayla. There's nothing you want to ask. You're the last one here. Lost her. I thought maybe she was waiting around being shy. Well, thanks. I learned a lot, and I will certainly be encouraging some students to go back and look at the recording later. I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.